All right, cool. So we should be back. Oh, hang on. All right, YouTube got messed up. Let me fix that up. So, guys, if you're watching on the VOD or if you're watching live, I just had an issue. My graphical settings were still set to high when I had meant to lower it to medium. So we just kind of had a crash. That's normal, I would say. We of course are playing a brand new high quality game with oh gosh, I gotta redo all of this stuff. On settings that were higher than recommended and in 4K. So oh man. Man, I really meant to all right, so that should be edited. You just troubleshoot this. Sweet. All right. Bum 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 bum. All right, we're back. We are back. I had to fully restart. I had to fully restart that my entire stream. So, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, there's now 2 videos to go through. Let me know on Twitch if you guys are getting the Twitch VODs as well, or the drops. It's supposed to take 2 hours of watch time in order to get it, and we crashed right at 2 hours. So, all right. I also make sure that this is set to graphic settings, medium. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and set this straight down to low, just because I don't want this to crash again. So you'll be able to see what the game looks like high quality. You'll see what the game looks like on a lower quality setting. And maybe that'll be useful for all of you. Again, I would say you could also just play on 1080p and high graphic qualities. That will get you way further than trying to play in 4K. Hey, Ben, welcome back. At least I'm not having internet issues, I say. I say out loud, like a noob. All right, there we go. So graphically, we're back down to low, but like, oh my goodness, like, dude, this is low settings. This is incredible. Holy cow. All right. That's awesome, dude. Anyways, what I was trying to get at before we crashed is that we've unlocked the wells. We're actually about to unlock even more. And I'm going to start placing those around. Those are in our watchtower buildings. Wells are incredible for lowering this incredibly high fire safety rating that we have right now. So I'll be going ahead and placing these pretty much everywhere, especially when we have these diagonal areas, because they can actually affect a large amount of buildings. So just between those 4, we've already lowered it by like 100. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some more wells. Now, this, of course, is part of your city planning, how you're going to figure out where to put all of these.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Oh, sweet. And we're discovering some islands. I can also go ahead and put a actual fire station, fire all of these fire buildings to make sure that no fires happen up this way. And then, yeah, so our wells, we want to have them, they actually work in combination with the fire stations to lower your fire hazard quite substantially. And I should really have one over here as well. Ooh, I can actually sneak a well right there. Boom. Actually, I can even put it in the back. We'll see. I'm actually just going to go ahead and put an entire fire station right there. And then I should probably have a fire station by the shipyard as well. So... Hello? Hang on. Let me go ahead and yeah, let's move that there.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
We're discovering new land, which is great. And so, like, if you guys are excited for figuring out the new puzzle of playing a new Anno game, when you don't know when any of the like efficient city blueprints are going to be, like really just figuring out the puzzle that these islands are, you're going to have a lot to look forward to, of course. Because I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. So here's my ship. We discovered 2 islands. So this one actually has both resin and olive fertility. And it has a substantial size. And it's close to my own harbor. So actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and send my ship right back here. And try to settle it immediately. It's also right next to Diana, where I can be buying wood and tile for that island. So let's go settle that island. Looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, no, I'm having a fantastic time. I really want to settle that island so I can get to tier... Our last resources done, and then I could really show you Albion and all of the interesting stuff up that direction. I'm also going to go ahead and... Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. Modded research trees and religions are going to be amazing. Yo, true. The mods for this game are going to be crazy. Oh, you know what I'm going to do is we probably could actually use another market up this way. A whole new market area. And that's going to actually lead us over here. And then we'll even start building up this direction. But that's going to leave us some room to make some of these other buildings that we wanted near our markets. Oh, you know what? Oh, man, I really haven't figured out what I want to do in terms of spacing this out. I kind of had an idea in a previous game, but this river is making it different. Favorite map in Civ 6 is Archipelago, SimCity Alone, Conquer the World with Boats. Anno seems to fit you. Absolutely good news. So we had a little bit of naval combat earlier, but it's going to be like Anno is all about naval combat. Specifically, Anno 1800 has some really awesome naval combat stuff. Anno 1700 is the first time we're going to be focusing even more on like actually having land units as well. And I think we're going to focus on building out our iron deposits out this direction for the sake of building a military. Actually, I could build it right here. Ooh, actually, aqueducts would be really nice right there. So what I'm going to do, yeah, let's actually build out some... Let's actually talk about some of this warfare stuff. So we're going to plan having an iron mine. Now, iron can be then smelted into a furnace, and the furnace then can take the iron to the weaponsmith to build weapons. Then you can use your barracks to actually build out units. So let's go ahead. And we also are going to need charcoal to fuel all of this. But you see the iron mine produces every 30 seconds. The furnace takes 1 minute. So you can actually build 2 furnaces with 1 iron mine. And the weaponsmith actually takes 130. This actually does have a income effect, though it has -2 fire. So I'm going to keep the weaponsmith further away. We, of course, are going to need a warehouse to deliver the goods to. Let me actually just scoot this stuff back, too. Like this. And I'm just going to have 1 production line going. Like this. Because we don't need to maximize our iron just yet. I'll just leave that in blueprint for now. But with that, then I'll be able to later build out my barracks, and this is where we can train units from. Now, I might actually want to move my villa up this direction at some point, but we'll figure that out. I'm going to do that after we do our first island to colonize. Now, you don't need to bring wood or resources with you. This is just about gold. You need to have much gold to settle on a new island. Now, if you bring wood with you, you'll be able to build up an island faster. I'm even going to actually sail over to Diana and then buy some wood from her. Now, this island, oh boy, this is going to be some fun. Oh man, this is going to be some fun. So let me go ahead. I'm going to make a big main road. This island, oh, you know what I'm feeling? Is not just one made road, but a double. Like this. Up and down the island. But that's gonna be our main idea. Now, to support a population here, of course, we'll need some fishing resources. Oh, I have no wood. I brought no wood with me. That's hilarious.
I wonder.
Is it a turn-based game, but time is not turn-based, Ragmu. Anno 1800 is a real-time strategy, so everyone's acting at the same time. She's offering me a loan. Actually, I'll take a loan.
Worth a try.
Sir, why not? I'll take the loan. Interest rate's only 15%. All right. Oh, I never set my patron. Oh, wait, sorry. This is the new island. So this island actually has a Markle. It's going to be specifically for growing olives and resin, though. So this island, as I wanted to maybe set this to Neptune, so that I can just have a lot of fishing resources for like Markle and supporting its own population. There's something to be said about going Ceres again, just to bump up the olive production, because that's its main priority. Of course, Mars is also a thing. We can also actually try to unlock Minerva. But yeah, let's pick Ceres here, because this is going to be specifically for growing olive oil. I also really like immediately setting out like the coastline road that kind of follows a lot of the coastline here. Come over to our ship. We're gonna buy a bunch of wood. We can even buy tiles as well. We might as well. We do have plenty of money, and we're actually making money, even though we technically are paying on a debt though too. And then we'll bring the wood over here. So I guess you do want to bring wood whenever you settle a new island.
Urban wall's got my name on it. I practiced.
We're able to upgrade some of these buildings now because they are actually in range of another market.
Desperate enough.
Very nice. And... ooh, we have watchtowers. This will increase our happiness as well, because our happiness is actually very low. The watchtowers actually fit pretty well around these. But these are around our villas. The watchtower can probably fit... and we'll even fit latrines here in a little bit. Let's do another research. It does show you when you've unlocked. We can actually discover the cult of Minerva here. Minerva is a deity focusing on knowledge, teaching the fine art of weaving. So unlocking Minerva might actually give us even more knowledge here in a little bit. But you can see there's literally a tech tree and a civic tree. Well, there's a tech tree which breaks out into technologies, like military technologies, economic technologies, but also civics, which I think is pretty cool. You could also buy ships from Diana. 1,500 gold. Oh, I do not have that much. All right, cool. Let's deliver our wooden tiles, so we can actually get this city up and running. We're going to start with its own wood supply. Oops. All right. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get this blocked out, but for now, let's go ahead and get some sawmills. And there's going to be like this. All right. All right, this city now has its own wood supply taken care of. And what we can do, we'll make sure it has its fishery. We can skip porridge entirely. And then we'll just have our basic market up this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep doing the same layout I had before, just because it's gonna be quicker and easier for me to set it up again, as opposed to like brainstorming something brand new right off the bat. There we go. Perfect pace. Perfect. Perfectly laid out too. So there we go. We have some workforce. We have a market. We're gonna have some fish. That's very nice. Now, what I can do immediately is actually the olive oil requires the plebeian. Sorry, not plebeian. Basically, our farmers to do. If you want to do the olive press, that is going to require plebeians. But if I just ship olives back home, then I won't have to worry about the same issues or growing this population to plebeians as well. I can have simply just the olives being delivered. The stream cut out again. So it's back though. Alrighty. There we go. So there we go. We can actually start growing our olives, and then we'll ship those back home. I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple of these set up. just so that I can make enough for our population back home as well. Oof. That was not how I wanted that. Oh, man. The diagonal grid gets a little bit funny sometimes. Now, if you played Anno 1800, you'll be familiar with this. Kind of feels a lot like getting set up for, like like getting hops on a new island, basically. So the olives takes 2 minutes to process. The olive press takes 130. That means you're gonna need. Oh yikes! Getting that equalized is gonna be really funny. Let me 6 minutes. So 3 gardens, olive growers would produce for 6 minutes. And 130. 3. 4. All right, so it's like 3 olive growers to 4 olive presses. All right, I think that's fine. What I'll do actually is I'll just put it over here. There we go. And then I'll be able to get a ship to start delivering. Let's actually keep exploring. And now I have plenty of workforce already set up here. But that's all we're gonna need here. Yeah, we can set up trade routes. So I'm gonna go to the shipyard, and here I can actually start building my boats. We've been building out our ropes and our sails in the background, but you'll see we actually have a couple of ships here. We start with a tier 1 of boats, but you can unlock tier 2 and tier 3. That includes your triremes and your quinquiremes. So you have a default for a civilian trade ship and a default for a military ship. Now, you can customize these. You'll notice the civilian has 2 cargo slots, and you can actually sacrifice a cargo slot for the sake of adding ores. Or you can also add archers, but now it doesn't have any cargo slots. So, depending on how many resources you're trying to trade, you could leave it as is. I like having the ship ores online, and then, being able to trade a resource. That's going to be saved for later, but let's go ahead and start producing our first ship. You can see here the pentacounter. It's a small trade ship. It's going to start going. We'll be able to unlock Minerva soon. After that, I can go for... I think latrines. And then I might looking into some more of the economic tree as well. Now, don't worry. We're going to do some warfare this game as well. Build a pentacounter. Yeah. We'll be getting to that soon. I might be switching our main goddess, though, over to Minerva here soon. Ooh, I wonder if we do a big square up this way. Hang on, I need to at least get some more houses close to my primary buildings here. Now we will be able to build the olive presses back home here. So you'll notice they ooh, they're actually kind of big, but they're gonna fit in pretty well over here. I'm even gonna add another warehouse so that it's gonna be able to get those resources easily. This I'm gonna wait to build until we actually have the trade route established, though. This is actually a fun looking island. Yeah, look at this, dude. Oh, look at that bay. Oh, nice defendable bay. And every once in a while I'm gonna come back here just to make sure that this city's up and running and doing good. Now I could very quickly, because our spinners do add knowledge, I might actually prioritize getting them online. And then just doing a very quick, very quick hemp farm business over here. And you definitely do not need to work on all resources on all islands. I just have a problem. I have a problem. I see things and I want to build them. But as long as this island is only Libertius, it's going to be pretty much good for the majority of the game. You can also queue areas for your ship to go explore, so that you can just let it go. All right, this island will be fine. They're growing their olives. I'll get that shipment back over to the main island, which will then be pulled into its warehouse, which then from this warehouse will go over to the olive press, and we'll be starting generating olives for our main plebeian residents, and we'll be able to upgrade to the next tier. Where is the gold coming from? Primarily, gold comes from your houses. So if you notice here, I'll click on the Libertius first. We have 6 population in this house, as well as generating 3 workforce. You'll notice it's not 1-to-1. Your workforce is only half of your population on this example. But you'll notice because they are getting sardines, it's adding +1 to the population, but also +1 income to the household. So this house is generating +1 gold from that. That also stacks with income from the market, and then income from your fashion, your tunic, and your Peleus. That is your main way of generating income. That's why, like, if you click on the market itself, you see income. It's adding income to all of these houses. That's gonna be your primary way of getting money. Is early on is markets. I did notice I'm actually running out of my tunics and my Peleus. And I think I didn't even finish off my agricultural. No, they're fine actually. Let me make some more
new land.
hemp farms. As well as get some more sheep going. Now remember, our spinners are generating, or giving us knowledge, so just having these around are just really good. Though I'm not exactly sure how I want to build this out.
Has finished.
Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to experiment with a bigger block here, with a path that goes through the center of the block. Actually, let's do something like this. for like my bigger block areas. Because then I'll be able to build out a bunch of extra resources like wells. And just have like a really nice, safe, like inner market. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. And then I could even... Ooh.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Oh, you know what? I just had more thoughts. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. Now I also just had the idea of making like other divisions and stuff. Like I could show you what I'm thinking about. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. That just goes like... But like inside of our block system is what I'm thinking about. We'll be putting defensive walls there later. Do these count as roads, I wonder? Oh, can you put roads underneath them? No, you can't. They do not count as roads. Okay. Hang on. I kind of want to make like these little villas around the oh, the villa. Like if it was something like this, right? Or it's subdivided. Something like this. Ah, okay. Oh, Valeria.
Proprietor of its many establishments.
Like bigger city blocks like this. I don't know about you guys. This is the part I really like about Anno, is just experimenting with different designs and just having fun with it. Like that, right? Oh, big old villa. But then you can also get the benefit of having other buildings inside of here. And then you could even go ahead and put out... Oh my goodness. You can even get a freaking fountain in there. That's hilarious. Flagstone. And then even finally some trees. Like a big ol'... Oh my goodness, yeah, dude. So that's my idea, is having a bunch of these centered around. They're just kind of big here. So let me go ahead and... Interesting. Looks very nice. Yeah, I think so too. Let me save some of these houses I've already built. All right, let's grab this whole thing. All right, we'll center out this way. So this area is gonna be moved, but this is kind of like the quarter I want to build. Can you actually just shift? Upgrade everything? No? Very nice. And then when we get to concrete roads, this is also going to look really good. That's really funny. Listed in Civ 7 still? Gosh, you know, I fixed that. And then the stream crashed. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I also need to update drops into the title. There we go. Thanks, Madish. How's it going? Madish, I know you're excited for this game. All right, also my ships are back. Oh, sweet. All right, cool. We got my trade ship. So you can see I have 2 cargo slots. Am I supposed to have 2? Maybe that's upgraded from something else. Let's see. I'm going to actually open up the trade menu, which you can actually get to create trade route. I'm going to go from my one island over back to the main island. I'm going to grab as much of the olives as I can and establish a trade route. And then it's going to start delivering olives back home. I'm going to go ahead and also just build this building before I forget about it. And that's going to help produce olives for us. We've also unlocked latrines. Nice. So we've unlocked our latrines. We also have the Cult of Minerva to unlock. I'm actually going to grab one more tech here. Workforce needed, 20%. Upkeep cost, negative 10%. Trust officer could manage our warehouses, cutting down on corruption and running costs lower. Yeah, so that's just a good bonus to our warehouses. And then my latrines, I also want to add in. Now, these are a nice little health bonus. I can add them into my city center block.
Your city.
Ooh, a fire has started. Uh-oh. Never played Anno game? Oh, Manish, how dare you? How dare you? You're actually not planning. This is like the best city builder like franchise that I know about. Oh, also hospitals. It's so good. I can also put a latrine right here to boost all of this stuff. If you like cities, I mean, it's literally city skylines, but for different time periods. I'm gonna place some latrines in other areas. You actually could be a latrine instead. Ooh, you can actually throw this in the back.
Our scouts have sighted.
That's gonna boost our general health of our settlements, of our cities. It's just a little bit bigger than the well is, but just placing these around should boost a lot. Have a latrine for all the farmers, maybe? Yeah. But anyways, you want to keep an eye on your yields up here and start placing more of these down to accommodate. Also grab a field hospital.
The very picture of health.
Oh yeah, the very picture of health. Nice. It saves you hundreds of hours to go outside. True. True. All right, yeah, we definitely don't need both the resin. See, the resin actually requires plebeians, so that's why we're focusing on the olive oil for now.
A small fire has broken out.
Trade treaty. Offer a trade treaty. That would let me trade with Dorian, which is a big deal. Actually...
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna keep on exploring with this ship.
A governor can tell friend from foe by using diplomacy.
Now, I want to actually try to build our first military ship. That comes default with the archer tower. We can add oars. And because this is a military ship, it's not a trade ship. I actually will go ahead and put both improvements on this. It's not going to be as strong as our flagship, but that's okay. And then Dorian wants a non-aggression pact. Absolutely. And Legends 2. Interesting. Anno, like the Anno series is my big thing outside of Civ, personally.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Let me see what I can do in terms of break trade treaty. Nope, don't want to do that. What's caught fire now? Hey, dude, don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. There's also objectives. I can be doing different quests with some of these leaders. Or specifically, like, if you just sail up to a lighthouse, you could do collection and delivery quests. Which maybe I'll do that over here. Oh, I can also buy ships to do that. 10,000 gold? Yeah, actually, I'm going to buy this ship because I'm going to immediately sail over to her lighthouse to do an objective for her while my flagship is continuing to explore.
I charge by the pairs. Slave markets,
2 crates. You make 1,000 gold. Yeah, collection 2 crates. I'll collect those. Rescue 2 flotsam. All right, and that's all the way up here. Sweet. Very fun game. City status increased. All right, definitely need to keep an eye on our fire safety and all that stuff. Let's see if we can actually increase our happiness. Yeah, we definitely need a few of these centered around. Because I have one centrally way up here. I need one over this direction. And I'll need one over here. Just to protect. Our town is actually really starting to grow out.
They do not fear tomorrow.
That actually, yeah, it gets our happiness back to positive, which is a big deal.
Well.
And then, of course, we have all those fire stations. Actually, I might just have them all together. Because the AoE effect is going to just be good enough to reach out to most places.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Now, our field hospital actually reaches out pretty dang far. I will have her put it right here. Tap my health. Yeah, island health is super big.
Await your instructions.
Oh, my coffers are empty. Okay. I ran out of money. Guys, help? Dorian. How would I take a loan? A moderate loan, 1,600. All right, cool. Now I need to work on making my income back up. Oh, he wants a trade treaty as well. Awesome. All right, we're actually back to positive income. That's hilarious.
What could you possibly require? That sesquiplex stipendium is serving me well.
Oh, shoot. There's not a road here. Oh, all right. I've made a mistake. Okay, right. So this has not worked out for me the way I wanted it to. Oh, you know what I need to do? Man, I gotta make it even bigger. I hope you guys are enjoying this part as well. I'm trying to get over to Albion as soon as possible. But for the meantime, I also need to figure out some of this city building stuff. What the heck? All right. Scoot this out. I just want to show like a little bit of what's possible when it comes to like the city planning. Scoot all of this out. All right, and then we can even go ahead and add like a nice tall tree as well in the corners here. As well as some bushes. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the idea I'm looking for, I think. The heck? Yeah, something like that.
I always make
And then I'll be able to upgrade these to plebeians. And then these are going to be my first upper tier when we get to it. Oh, and then we can also... those buildings will fix on their own. But you can also spend resources to fix them immediately. Alright, we'll grab the 2 flotsam with this guy. And then immediately queue them back to go back to them. My flagship is going to keep on sailing. All right, and there's my trade ship with... No, that's the Diana. Yep, here we're sending our olives.
A little oil in the hair is beneficial.
Sweet! All right, we have our olive oil completed. You are not in range of a market or a tavern.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Just gonna go ahead and put one right here for now. Traded the hexa for squares today? Yeah, squares and diagonals.
The sanctuary is...
All right, we're actually able to finally upgrade our plebeians. What happened? Oh, this was the fire. My bad. All right, so all of our production is going great. Our city's looking fine. I'm actually going to block out... I'm going to actually end up having a lot more of these big squares up this way.
I brand the bread I sell as a mark of make and quality.
But you can see these guys, these plebeians are actually ready to be upgraded shortly. All right. Sweet. So let's go ahead. I'm going to upgrade
Think of all the things
to our
that
very
could get
first
you.
tier 3 resident. Ooh, Licia Ma actually offered me some free gold. Thank you.
No
And you'll see here is our Equiites. A mission from the Emperor. Oh, Albion province awaits. Chaldeus congratulates you. In recognition of your achievement, you've been granted the right to settle territory in rainy Albion. A challenging post, no doubt, but clearly Emperor has faith in you. Even though he doesn't really like me that much. Hilarious. Very limited of the Empire should choose to impose the Roman template by force or soften to local ways. Choose wisely. Chief Desvada and the tribe set fire to the last of the governors. Yeah, we can now settle in Albion. But very quickly, I will show you off some of the Equitites. They want wine, cheese, and aqueducts. Aqueducts can be fantastic. We need to get concrete online. This is going to be a very, very exciting part of the game, especially because we're going to explore Albion. I am going to go ahead and use the bathroom very quickly, so don't go anywhere, guys. And we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So would you live there? Hey, Ben. For sure, for sure. So, let's see. A request from the Emperor. Rome has to...
Get this done for me, eh?
All right, deliver goods. Sales, wood, and... yeah, so the Emperor actually wants sales and wood delivered to him. I can absolutely do that. That's actually going to rip my reputation with him. So I'm going to try to prioritize that. I'll come home. I'll grab those resources, send them over to Diana. Research-wise, I need to pick a new research. Let's go ahead and focus on... you can actually get another up and down there. Ooh, okay. We'll just very quickly grab the increase patrols for firemen. But I definitely want to go to warehouse organization next. Allows you to upgrade warehouses. And we'll grab depots too.
We stand waiting.
Deliver the 2 crates. All right, fantastic. Now,
Acknowledge your efforts.
ooh, I can actually buy some of the pots from Valeria instead of creating them myself.
Why not buy something?
So I'm actually just do a one-time purchase of that
My pleasure.
and send it back home.
Time flies, as do we.
All right, let's very quickly. We're gonna look at some of the expansions for our Roman residences. So they actually want to produce their food is a wine, and then you need to use both grapes and honey for. I do not have wine fertility on this island, so I'll have to find it somewhere else. So actually, I need to settle another island to do that.
The only noble call is a dead one.
So I'm actually going to leave that for now. I will actually get the concrete set up, and then we're going to move over to Albion. So this is going to require limestone, which is a mountain slot, as well as a sand refinery. The sand refinery I could totally set up over here towards this coastline where we already have a warehouse. Or this one. And I actually like setting up over here in this direction, I think. So we'll set up our sand refinery. And we're gonna grab a mountain slot. Actually, this does a negative, what's the effect on this? The concrete mixer doesn't do anything. The limestone quarry does affect negative health. That'll be fine. But we're gonna go ahead and put the concrete mixer right next to it. As well as a warehouse nearby. And that means the concrete can be delivered to the warehouse, as well as the sand can be delivered over from the warehouse over to the concrete mixer. All right, and we can set this all up here. So we got warehouses, we got sand. In terms of concrete, it's gonna be 30 seconds per limestone, 45 seconds for sand refineries, and 130 for concrete mixer. So it looks like one limestone quarry and 2 sand refineries can actually support 3 concrete mixers.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Now, of course, I'll need a much more of these guys to handle that. So upgrade this entire block. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. Freaking fantastic, man. All right. So we'll start working on concrete here in the background.
Neptune's finest.
But I actually want to go ahead and we're going to finally go over to Albion. Hey, thanks for the follow. So when you're ready to go over to Albion, all you got to do is click on the menu down here. And we can now go to Albion. I'll actually show you the world map because this is really cool. Where we have this really ancient depiction of Rome. Now, Albion's all the way up here. Now, of course, that's going to mean, like, there's going to be a lot of expansions in the game, or potentially. But you can have so many different areas.
They probably feel the same. It's our home. It's ancient. Naturally, a Roman sees it running wild and wants to bring it to order, to heal. Expect a bit of resistance there, mind. It's two different worlds, sort of bound by fate, but divided in belief. Anyway, Albion knows how all that's meant to me.
Fabius Gemellus Corvinus, Procurator.
Awesome, and that immediately gets us here to Albion. You'll notice this, holy cliffs of Dover, dude. These Celtic, white stone cliffs. But you actually start with a ship in Albion that you get to control. You don't have to take your flagship anywhere. You don't have to sail down here. I don't know if that will be changed or not. But we start here, White Cliff. We actually can buy wood and other resources here. But this is a Roman outpost, so you can actually buy a couple of resources here. It's a very pretty game. And this is on low graphic fidelity, by the way. This is 4K, though, so it has been gorgeous. It's been gorgeous. Let me buy timber and a little bit of tiles, and then we're going to start sailing. Wind is going down to the south, but we're just gonna go in any direction. What is this pop-up? Oh, you know what I didn't do was change my religion yet. So we have, of course, a bunch of influence to Ceres, but if we go, we unlocked Minerva. Now, Minerva actually influences our production of tunic, trousers, togas. Tunic's actually really good. We of course are focusing on a lot of spinners, but this is like additional knowledges from all residences, divine wisdom. Yeah, we're gonna pick out Minerva as our new primary goddess and focus all in on.
I hope it's adequate.
Knowledge.
Am I not a lucky girl?
All right, see you, Benven. All right, I'm gonna ignore the old world for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and focus primarily on the new the new world on Albion here. Of course, it's not quite the new world, but is the edge of the world in the Roman terms. What is this? Maybe I need to finish up these quests. Oh, let me grab the sails. I need 64 sails. That's crazy. Let me actually pause my...
Our scouts have
I need
sighted
just straight timber. So I'm going to pause a bunch of my sawmills so I can build out timber as well. So I can do that quest. This icon that's hovering here and won't go away, I believe, is the Empty Coffers quest. And they just want to build out a bunch of houses to kind of get rid of that. Okay. Sure. Let me actually... Oh, shoot. Got out a few blocks this way. But I'll also go ahead and put this down here, just to be quick. Oh, I think that icon is just bugged. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Minerva Festival. Random specialist, pay for the festival. All right. And before I ignore this island for a while, yeah, we're going to make sure that we have all of the consumer goods that we need. Actually, fish and porridge, they're low on. So what we'll do is we'll, you just don't want to ignore an island for so long that you run out of food. Depots are discovered, nice. All right, this is it, Albion. So we discovered a couple of really tiny islands. Let me actually sail towards the center of the map and see if we can discover like the bigger islands. Because these are obviously like way too small to do anything with. And I'm going to try to speed up time so I can just hurry this up.
Gliding on the water, like dancers on
see, some of the other players are already over here.
New land.
All right, we discovered an island. Very nice. So this island actually has a bunch of fertilities, including ponies and barley, iron, copper, silver. It also has a nice port that goes down towards the military encampment of Whitecliff. There's actually a real nice long marshland as well.
Your cities is at risk of a great fire.
Time flies, as do we.
Yeah, actually, this is a freaking fantastic island. Oh, look at the basalt, dude. There's like basalt columns and stuff. Hang on, I'm trying to find like a good example. Yeah, these cliffs. There's another island here. I think we have the first choice of these islands. That is a very big marshland. This island actually looks a little bit complicated to try to set up. Oh, there's a really nice defensive area, though.
What will it be?
Oh, no. Licia Ma is trying to settle.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
She's actually being nice and asking if she can settle on this island. And I'm going to tell her no.
Our scouts have
Because I want to settle that island. Though... there's also this one. Oh, which is real big. Oh my goodness, dude. Holy cliff. How are the cliffs on this one? Oh, bro, this one's so sick, though. All right, actually, we're coming over here. I told her she couldn't settle that island, but actually I want to settle over here.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
So we'll have marsh over to the left side. We have this beach. We can actually, oh wait, we want to go up this way. Oh, that's incredible, dude.
Through the waves.
All right, we'll be on the north side. That's fine. Oh, he's gonna sell this island instead. All right, Grant Island.
Scouts
That's fine.
sighted new land.
Wait a second. Did I get this disoriented?
Farewell,
I did. All right.
Praetor.
Here, I can actually settle on this island. It's actually 0 gold to do so. That's actually really nice. But here we are with the very first settlement in Albion.
What a boon by Cossus.
Oh, we can actually get paved roads on the research tech. Nice. All right, so this is how Albion is going to kind of work. So first of all, let's again get all of our wood supply.
Our scouts
I'm going to
sighted
throw
new
that up
land.
in this direction. And do our like triple sawmill setup. Pulling this back over to the main part of the island. Heck yeah, dude. All right.
As painful as it appears,
We can even set a patron god for this island. Holy cow! Paved roads were found already? Oh right, we're still at super fast time. Let's slow it down a little bit. Hey, Ursa Ryan. Raining in Marsh, Albion checks out. Yeah. Sounds a lot like some place you might be familiar with, right? Also, White Cliff? Literally inspired by White Cliffs of Dover? Brigade's Rock. Cool, dude. Look at this freaking fortress. Incredible. All right, we can get our primary residence set up here. Oh, I think I set up on a diagonal again. All right, that's fine. But you'll see we have our waiters. Now, this is the tier 1 of the Celtic residents. Now, we can feed them a couple different resources. There's the cockle picker, which is similar to the fishing port. Basically, it's feeding clams. But then there's also the eel grabbers, which where you can fish out eels. Now, the distinction with the Albion is basically the defining characteristic is where you have grassland and then you have marshes. Marshes are going to be very, very important, especially for a lot of the Celtic buildings. For instance, the eel grabber does not grab. It's not a coastal building. It's not a land building. It is actually a marsh building. And you'll be able to grab eels as food from the marshlands. So I'm going to go ahead and build this out. And then this can also then be delivering to this warehouse to feed our people. Oh, dude, look at this island, though. Two big marshlands, 2 coastlines, this narrow strip of land between, but then this climb up this incredible mountain where you could have a very, very impressive and defensible villa. That's incredible. That's so cool, dude. So cool. And look, the freaking waterfalls down here. Anyways, we've got both of those resources set up, but we can actually just jump our population very, very quickly because we have a good production of wood. And we'll get our basic resources done. Is this the endless map? This is the endless sandbox version, yeah. Endless as in it's sandbox. Not endless map. Because there's definitely ends to the map. But here, Ursa, I'll show you our Latium settlement. And this is where we're going. This is where I'm really enjoying the diagonal roads, because you can get like this this whole curved grid set up to like match your coastline. We have a ton of lower tier residences. We have our primary market square. We actually have a celebration following our religion. And then we're building up this way where we have our villa. We have a primary, or we have a Grammaticus and our shrine. We also have some of our higher tier residents. And I'm going to start working into aqueducts and stuff up on this mountain. But we actually have a lot of concrete built out, which is amazing. And then I have one more settlement over here, which is literally just here to grow olives for olive oil back home. The sandbox Latium one? Yeah, it's once you get into this, so this is where I want to start actually illustrating how cool Albion is. Now, of course, we have things like our market, which will be very similar to the way it works in Latium. But then there's also a tavern, the Bardic Hearth. Let me actually scoot. Oops. Because we're building on the diagonal here. All right, can I fill up the market? Oh, there it is. Okay. If you're gonna be playing very grid-like, like I have been, it's definitely makes the building on the diagonal a little bit tricky because of the way the buildings are. It's not a simple 45-degree rotation to get the grid to work properly. But anyways, we're gonna go put down our market. Now, of course, we're gonna want this further out so that it affects as many residents as possible. There we go. That hits all the buildings there. Ooh, I can actually get a diagonal road up this way. Oh, sick, dude. Definitely having a lovely time. I'll also get the Bardic Hearth right nearby to affect all the buildings as well. So you can see we have our market square as well as a little bit of a performance area. Oof. Hang on. Very nice. Now, we do have actually tunics, just like we had in Rome. But then we have what are called the Shoe Weaver instead of the Peleus. Hey, thanks for the description. Samaratu, thank you. Welcome into the nerds. And this can be your very first inclination that your resources are starting to branch out between differently between the Roman and Celtic trees. So I'm going to want to have these buildings again next to my market, just like we did before. They're even going to get their own separate warehouse, probably. But in order to get to their resources, I need to have the reeds for the shoes. growing over in this direction. Oh, this is what I mean by the cliffs. Because you can build bridges and stuff like that, but the cliffs you're not going to be able to build directly down. That's awesome, especially for like these big areas where you want to have those defensive cliffs. But you just be careful about the way you build over here. All right, so the reed is basically a farm for these reeds. And then how they deliver over down to this warehouse. And then we also still have hemp farms. So in the same general area, I'll also put a hemp farm. I also actually want to have a little house nearby, just to be like the farmer's residence. Can I rotate this? Oh, there we go. Hang on. Let me do the brush here so that I can brush this the way I want. There we go. And then just for aesthetics, I'm also going to put a couple little extra there. Sweet. So these will then deliver over to these buildings. It'll be fantastic. Oh, is that a gifted sub?
Our scouts have sighted...
Oh, VB, thanks for the gifted sub. Sorry, I was looking at the restream chat. Didn't show that. Appreciate you, VB. Glad you're appreciating the Anno content. Oh, we can actually start unlocking triremes. Let me see. What's going to help us out? I actually do want to show a little bit of the military tree. So we have things like our... slingers, we have repair cranes, we have the encampments. Actually, I will get some of these unlocked. And I never actually showed off any of the military in Latium. Hopping off soon? Alright, VB, I'll catch you later. I do actually just want to quickly build a barracks out. Just to showcase it. I'll put it here for now. So you can see we can actually train our infantry as well as our archers.
All's yearn to slip away. But that's most of us, isn't it?
Ooh, a waiter kneels in the door. Passing waiter sees your toga, bright with the colorful Roman nobility, and throws himself at your feet. Alas, his well-meaning gesture causes mud from nearby puddles splash over you in hymns. You sigh. Speaking no Latin, he gestures frantically to the wearers strapped to your ponies, freshly woven reeds and tunics. They're yours for the taking, if you wish. Do you accept his apologies? So you can take his reed shoes, which gives you 20 reed shoes, that's great. Or his tunics to give you 20 tunics, or you can show forgiveness. It says some decisions have no cost or negative consequence. He's saying he's trying to apologize for getting your toga all muddy. And I mean, I'm already going to be building these resources myself, so I'm just going to show him some forgiveness. The waiter has never been shown such mercy. He lowers his head in deep gratitude, hop atop his pony, and splashes off before you changes your mind. Could it be a new dawn of moderation and compromise has risen upon these lands with your tenure as governor? Time will only tell. I don't know if that actually gives me a positive bonus or not. But, I mean, it was an accident. He splashed us. It's fine.
River run clear.
Oh, hello. What is this? Oh, we have a mission.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
This is a mission from the Emperor. I should probably do it. New orders from the Empire's heartlands. Extraordinary taxing demand on Albionic produce. Can I count on your aid in this collection? Oh, he wants me to...
Are we?
Oh, shoot. I need to do this quest.
And it falls on us to feed her.
Oh, guys, my brain is not keeping up anymore.
And your duty as governor. Make whatever arrangements you see fit in order to provide.
Let me grab some more of these sails.
The Eternal City hungers.
And that
and it
lumber
falls
that we
on us
need.
to feed her. Such is my duty as procurator.
65 wood and
your
64
duty as
sails,
governor.
huh?
Make whatever arrangements you see fit in order to provide.
So we'll grab 64 wood. I still need to produce more sails. Oh gosh, that's gonna take forever.
I have prepared something for you, Ere.
All right, guys. I'm gonna apologize. I'm feeling so low energy. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a break here. I'll be ending the stream, but what I'll be doing is I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna get some food, and I'm gonna take a break. We'll be back here later tonight because there's so much more of the game that I want to show off, specifically Albion, and also some military combat stuff. So I can't stream here later this weekend, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'll head out, and I'll catch you guys later. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to go right over to another creator for now. Otherwise, hey, hang out on the Discord, and we'll be back around, I'm going to say 7 p.m. All right, catch you guys later.